busy schedule.
I wonder if I've got time to record that list about
transits. What's the moon
and
doing?
have to
Man,
just
I gotta eat.
that day
I
around
gotta
all
all day.
the
God,
events.
it's a long day. It's been a week. Next reading, last
Where
one.
are you? Just
real
grab
life
my
now.
water.
Hi,
Hi, it's
how's your day
Matilda.
going?
It's so nice
Just
to hear
getting
your
your chart
voice.
There you go. That's how you get into the mic.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
For
Get
those
your
wanting
money
a
for
visual,
nothing.
I am learning how to position my mic closer to my mouth, and I will tell you what Laurie told me to pretend to do, which involves a male appendage and my mouth.
Did you know they found microplastics in those male appendages?
What?
Yeah, for real.
Really?
Science fact. Yeah. Now they're going to do something about it because, you know, if it was in babies, it didn't matter. But now that it's in willies, it will.
What? Can you explain? Because I am confused.
So like microplastics are like little itty bitty bits of plastic. Yeah. They have now found them.
How?
I don't know how many. I don't know how they found it, though. I would be curious. What was the sample size?
Yeah, but
was it large?
It's a bit like, you know, how did the first man that found out the milk comes out of cow find that out? You know, I'm just...
Or which mushrooms were going to kill him and which were going to send him into outer space.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's always that one.
How are you now that we've started that? You're tired. I know you're tired.
I am, and I'm the silly tired, though.
Oh, that's good tired though. You know, the end of a road trip when you're on that last hour of the road trip,
and you're
how stupid you get. You're punch drunk. Yeah, that's a good kind of tired.
It is. It is. It's been busy. We've been busy.
I know. I've got to stop saying that though, because I was recording my podcast and talking about all the things that I'm doing, and you know how we're not just doing a metaphysical job. We actually have the other parts of running a business. And I feel like I'm repeating myself. I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm busy. But it's good, and I enjoy being busy.
I was going to say, me too. I am not a lay on the beach with a pina colada kind of person. I go quickly crazy that way.
Oh, but I do want to do that. I am so looking forward to the next opportunity that I get to lie by a pool. I don't like the beach. I like walking on the beach, but lying on the beach doesn't do it for me. There is sand. I still have PTSD from where sand has gotten before.
Right. It's not pleasant.
It is not. The chafe. So, yeah, it's not as romantic to have sex on the beach as
it's not. Think. But it is a very good cocktail.
But I would like to lie by a pool and read a book for at least 2 days.
I want to get a new spinning wheel and make yarn. That is the most relaxing thing I can think of because it's like a meditation.
Whatever floats your boat, Laurie.
I know it sounds really weird, but...
Yeah, but, you know, whatever floats
your boat. If it
your
was
boat.
a quiet pool, I would be okay with that. I kind of just want to
would get wet.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't sit near a pool with my spinning wheel. I try to keep water away from that. We don't need it. We don't need it ruined.
Oh, I just want to sit by a pool, preferably with. I have a bucket list item that sounds really mundane, but I want to go somewhere that's got a swim up bar.
Oh, fun! Like in Cabo, they have those in Cabo. Yeah, I haven't been there, but
I haven't been there either. But I just want to go somewhere for a holiday that I can relax. And somewhere warm at the moment, because, you know, however much I complain about the heat, which you're experiencing at the moment, quite a bit of heat.
It's hot. Yeah.
I am freezing, and I have felt the cold this year.
Oh, I'm sorry. It gets into your bones.
The other day it got into my bones and I couldn't stop shaking. I had to go and have a bath.
Yeah, I was going to say that's about the only thing that warms you up when that happens.
Yeah. I have not enjoyed the cold weather, and the buff hates it.
Oh, Malcolm is not a fan, but he does like sweaters.
Yeah, I do have sweaters for buff. I'm going to find them out. They're hard to get.
I imagine for his size. Dog. Yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah.
If there's anybody that owns a dog clothing company listening to us, happy for you to sponsor us.
Absolutely. Although, you know what I do get, Malcolm? Because my
What?
daughter was like helping me pack up right before I moved back here. And she found some toddler t-shirts and she went, "Is there anything I need to know, Mom?" And I was like, "Those are Malcolm's because he fits in like a size 3T."
Okay.
And I got him Cookie Monster, like in Kroger, the little cute graphic tees.
I wonder what size would fit Buff.
See?
Ooh. I may have to get a Target.
Yeah. And it's worth trying because just looking, he might fit in like if he's big.
He's probably age 5.
Yeah, or 8, 5, 8, something like that.
He's got a big chest. I bought him a puffer jacket with a harness attached to it.
Oh.
And I couldn't get it done up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was the biggest size.
Oh, wow.
He's got a huge chest.
Yeah. They can be very barrel chested.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Malcolm's got a wide chest, even though he's a small dog, but a medium won't fit. A large is too big and it'll fall off.
Okay.
But he can't wear a small. So it's like, I have to get him. That's why I went with toddler clothes.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
No, and it's like a Santa Claus cookie, like or Cookie Monster. It's really cute. I know.
I want a t-shirt with that on there.
I know. I don't know why we don't get them.
I don't want a Cookie Monster t-shirt. We need Muppets t-shirts, to be perfectly honest. The two of us sat here with like a couple of them, the old Muppets.
Yeah. That's right. Get them off the stage.
That used to be my nickname. My brothers used to call me Froggy.
Oh, funny.
Kermit.
Oh,
because
nice.
of my eyes. I was called Kermit.
Oh, how lovely. Well, it's not easy being green.
No, it's not easy being green. But, yeah. But apart from busy, you good?
I am good. Like I said, I'm tired, but it's a good tired because it's like, when you've done well,
Yeah.
So, you had your workshop. I had my seminar. They both filled up.
Yeah, they both filled up. They were both completely full to the point that we've just added, I don't know whether you've done this, but I've added the ability to hold webinars onto Zoom.
Yep.
Because I think it will be better, especially with the large groups that I run.
Yeah.
On the mediumship side of things.
Yep.
It's
it expanded the room by a lot. And so because I'm sure you had people going, "Can I get in? Can I get in?" And
I did.
I'm sorry, it's shut. Same.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
20 years ago, well, not quite 20 years, 2008, I was teaching online classes trying to help moms learn how to sell their skills, whether they crocheted or knit or whatever, because the economy was so crap. And I was just trying to teach, in the 30s, they called it egg money. Yeah. Right. Like earning some egg money. So you could get a little extra groceries or buy the kids shoes or, because everybody was strapped. And I taught to nobody for a long time. Like I'd market it, but nobody knew who I was. So, it would, and then slowly, and online classes were not a thing yet.
Yeah.
And so, in fact, I remember the first time I heard the word webinar, it was after I'd already started teaching classes online. And I spent a whole day researching what webinar meant.
Wow.
I assumed it meant seminar. But I wasn't sure. I'm a very literal person. So I went, oh, it's something I already do. Okay.
Yeah.
Story of my life. What is that thing? Oh, I already do it.
But can I just point out something? I had a year ahead reading with you in November last year.
Yeah.
And I was adamant that I was never going to get on Zoom or do classes, etc. And you said, no, I think you'll be doing a lot more of them. And here we are. And I'm glad that I did it. And I called you afterwards and said, I need to work on my teaching.
I know.
Because I felt it was so hectic. It's great knowing these things, but it's how to, and I've always said I'm not a teacher, but it's how you impart it that sticks. But the feedback has been amazing. That
I got feedback from people who took your workshop and they loved it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you, everyone that was part of my guinea pig group of me being able to teach.
I think you're hard on yourself.
I am. I know I am probably my biggest critic, and I've got to stop doing it. But it was my first teaching experience, and I'm launching another class pretty soon, which is about the self-love side of things and the self-concept, which I think is incredibly important for people wanting to learn that resilience. It's not about what happens to us. It's about how we manage it. So I'm going to be launching that. But yours sold out, and
it did.
Nobody was rocking in the corner afterwards.
Well, it was funny because some of the people who they registered but they couldn't attend, so I got that recording out as fast as I could, and somebody announced in the Patreon that they're about to watch it, and they got these warnings. Okay, make sure you read the group chat and have snacks when appropriate.
Oh,
there's times for emergency, but I would stop, and I did get confused because I was like, I didn't really feel like I'd ruined anybody's life through the predictions, but I'd stop and I'd say, I just want to remind you, it's going to be okay. And this isn't hitting everybody all at once. These are things we're going to see around the world. I'm doing a lot of year ahead readings right now. I'm seeing a lot of good things for various individuals. So, but I stopped because, there is one part where it gets a little intense in the year in 2025, and my voice quavered a little bit because,
I just want to make it clear that I have not seen Laurie's 2025.
No. Nor have we discussed the details.
I have not discussed it because I'm very adamant that I get that information myself.
Yep.
We will discuss it at some point.
Yep.
But I've stopped you a few times and said, stop, because I want to have clear, I don't want to infiltrate it by
I'm the same.
By other things. And Laurie works very much the same. So we are doing it very separately. I have not had time to dive into that energy because I've been doing other things. And because,
just remember not to do it on the 26th or 27th, okay?
What day is it today? It's the 25th. But the 26th your time. So if I do it tomorrow, my time, I'm okay.
I'll check.
Okay. Cool. It's time for me, and I don't make these public until later in the year. So if I don't dive in, the only reason I'm diving into it a little bit earlier is that you and I will probably end up discussing it at some point further down.
I'm trying not to right now with you. Just out of your integrity, and it's okay because honestly I've passed it at this point now that I've done the analysis. There's a few things I remember, but it's all on the slides now. It's washed through me.
It's quite funny when people will often say, and you and I were both saying, what's our wins this week? And I'm like, I don't remember. I do,
so I have a good win.
You've had a good win this week.
I had a really good win. Okay. Julian Assange, back in February, right before the hearing, I did a prediction in my Patreon. And I went through his chart and I called him making a deal and being able to get back home. And I went through it very thoroughly. I'm going to share some of it on TikTok, but I linked it up in our chat in there, but I was really, really proud of that one. Cause again, I never really read anything I skimmed it, but as somebody like international relations, it's like, I'm like, nothing he put out there surprised me much at all. And I'm glad he gets to go home. He's a Cancerian.
How safe do you think he's going to be though?
I did say he might have an accident on his way home. His plane could go down.
Yeah. I've been saying that I think that we are going to have I said this to you the other day, that I felt that there was going to be a plane accident. I haven't made it public yet. But I felt that there is going to be an air accident of some sort. So that will be an interesting...
I've got that in my predictions. And in that one I did on Patreon, I said he may not get home safely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which,
but that blows. I think he has a suicide pill, and that doesn't mean he commits suicide, listeners. It just means that if something happens, there's information that just goes boom.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and that may tie into a prediction that I made about documents coming out, information coming out.
Oh, we matched on that. I have some espionage, CIA, MI5, Mossad, something with intelligence agencies later this week.
Okay. I did.
Wow, we're tying up. See, guys, we don't discuss our predictions.
We don't. We were discussing just now about an accident that we both had. Literally around the same age.
I know.
And we've just gone, what? And it was the same accident. You were going down a hill. I was going up a hill. We both smashed our front teeth.
I'm still paying for it.
I had mine fixed.
I have too. I've just had so many oral surgery. I've had my jaw rebuilt. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I need to do it again too. And I hate dentists and oral surgeons. So.
Jeez. I wouldn't mind having my jaw wired for a while.
Oh, it won't. It doesn't get wired. They go in and they rebuild the bone.
Oh, ow. Ow. That does not sound like fun. But yeah, the fact that we were talking about that we both had the same accident. You were 9 and I was 11 or 12.
Yeah. How weird. Are you my best friend now? Want to play karate in the garage?
You keep saying that. What's it from?
It's from Step Brothers. It's the dumbest movie ever. But you know,
Brothers,
I just used that little CapCut thing on my TikTok, and it's just like it's just so stupid. It's funny.
It's that CapCut that we released last week was hilarious.
Yeah,
that was the best. But yeah, so we were talking about that because I had predicted a member of the royal family going into hospital, and it has just come out. And I have to look at the event we did together because we did talk about Princess Anne.
You did
in that event. Did I talk about her?
I think you did. I didn't. I don't tend to name names.
Okay.
If I did, I'm go like, whoa.
I think we did in the joint event, but I privately, not privately, but on my TikTok, I did make a prediction about another member of the royal family. And everyone messaged me. And then, so I looked it up online and she's in the same hospital that I was taken to after that accident.
Oh, wow.
And I used to walk through that hospital every day for about 3 or 4 years on my way home from school. Because it was the shortcut.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. A little history.
For those of you in the UK, in Bristol, I fell off my bike and smashed my teeth on Henbury Hill and got taken to Southmead Hospital.
There you go.
So,
Henbury Hill.
Henbury Hill. Yep. It's probably just a tiny hill, but it felt very big when you were going up it on your bike.
Yeah. Well, you smashed your teeth, so...
I did.
Yeah.
I did. The car had clipped me, just...
Bastard.
As I was going up the hill. So...
But you're still here.
I am still here.
The story of Gen X. Did you die? No.
We bounce. And there was no helmets in those days.
No. Oh, God. Oh.
And would our parents have paid for a helmet? Jesus, they didn't pay for car seats. Seatbelts. Why would they have paid for helmets?
Yeah, it was crazy.
They were for rich people.
In the States, they had them in the cars, but my dad actually wouldn't let us wear lap belts until the harness seatbelts came in.
Yeah,
because he was a firefighter and an EMT. And he'd seen a lot of ugly accidents with the lap belts alone. So he was like, no.
We used to squeeze 4 kids into the back seat of a car with no seatbelts.
At least.
Well, there was 4 of us.
And, right. Okay.
And my older brother would take up half or most of a seat.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, with his legs spread out. You know?
Yeah.
We travelled to Ireland once with my younger brother, who was a year old, in the footwell below my mum in the passenger seat.
Oh God, yeah. Those were
I
the
am
days.
not joking.
No, I fully believe it. When I was in high school, my friend had a Volkswagen Bug.
Oh.
And we could cram about, I don't know, there'd be at least 8 of us in there. I mean, we would be on each other's laps. And then we'd lean out of the car. There was this place when you go into Portland, Oregon called McLaughlin Boulevard. And we'd be leaning out of the car, passing soda bottles. And they were sodas. It wasn't because we weren't going to get in too much trouble for being crammed in a car. But if we got caught with booze, we would have, life would have been over. But we would be passing like 2-liter soda bottles to another car, like full of our friends as we're going down the road. And then you sit there thinking about what a hard ass you were with your kids. You know, you want to know why, Gen Z? That's why.
Yeah, that's why. My girlfriend and I, my girlfriend had a racing green Mini.
Oh.
And we did some trips in that car. I never had my license when I lived in the UK because I didn't need it.
No.
And we went so many places, but one time we went to France. So we just got on the ferry and we went over to France and we stocked up on booze because it was cheaper. You know, if you went over, you'd get like a crate of beer for £5 or something ridiculous. Right. And that Mini was so stocked with stuff. Like we hadn't been drinking. We had booze, we had cheese, we had snacks. We had a great day out. As we pulled the seat forward, I don't think it was a 4-door. I'm pretty sure we pulled the seat forward and a crate of beer just fell out because of the it was smash. But we had, we did some miles in that car. It was great.
Oh, fun. That's fun.
I wonder what she's doing there. So yeah, it's just a great. I had the equivalent of a Mini. I reckon my first car when I came to Australia was this colour, which is like an aqua.
Ooh, pretty.
It was a 1-2-1 fun top, so the roof came off. But it was electric, so it just went back. It was like a sunroof that was the whole of the car.
That's cool.
That was my best car. I actually still had it when I had my eldest, and I used to have to put him into the car seat through the boot. I am not joking.
That's fun.
But you do what you do. These people now that go and have a baby and they've got to have the 4-wheel drive or the biggest car that they can and blah, blah. I had a 2-door fun top that I used to put the back seat down to put him into the proper car seat that was fitted properly and then put the back seat back up again.
Oh, that's
so I could fit the pram in the boot.
There you go.
So, yeah, you manage, but when I had 2 kids, it was too difficult.
Yeah.
So
I had a sedan. But I didn't learn to drive till I got to Bahrain anyway. So
the same as me. I didn't learn to drive till I got to Australia.
Yeah. And then when I got back to the States, I didn't even have a car until maybe a year and a half after.
Right.
Because I just, it was going to be another cost. And I was like, well, there's good public transportation. We'll do that. But then I got a stick shift. And I'd been driving an automatic for a long time. I learned on a stick. So, but then I forgot how hilly it was where I came from.
Yeah.
Stopping on hills. Good times. Good times.
Never, ever will anyone that drives an automatic understand the fear when you have got to balance the accelerator and the clutch as you are at a rolling stop at traffic lights, or you're a stop at a traffic lights on a hill. And it's like, oh my God, I'm going to hit the car behind me. And I don't
or the
think
one
that
in front.
lump, or the one in front, but that lump in your stomach,
it
doesn't go away every time.
Every time. Every time.
I don't think I could drive a manual now. I could.
It'd be a bumpy ride at first. I'm sure I'd grind those gears, but I'm sure it would come back.
Yeah. Yeah. I had one. The last time I had a manual car was 15 years ago. Haven't driven one since. I had a little 2-door Mitsubishi.
Oh, fun.
I was working in the city, so I had a lot of kilometres to do, and it was economical to have. But it was a lovely car to drive. Very zippy.
Fun. Zoom.
Zoom, zoom.
I like a car with a bit of torque.
I do too. Mine has a little bit, and I've got a sports mode on mine. I just had mine serviced last week. Did I tell you the conversation that I had with the guy that serviced it? I was like not happy at all. My car is a 2016, and I bought it brand new, or it was a lease car that continued. And I've only done 80,000 kilometres on it because I lived in the city for so long, so I didn't use it, and I don't go far where I am. But part of the service was I needed new wiper blades. It was $600 and something for the service, $95 for a set of wiper blades.
Holy monkeys.
95. I said to him, are they gold plated? Do they get out of their little holders and clean the window and the rest of the car?
That's insane.
I'd want them to fill up the wiper
$20
bottle.
Pair of wipers.
Yeah. I talked him down. He gave them to me for half price, and still that I think is a rip-off. And I'm not stingy with my money. I paid $600 and something for a service at the dealer because it was an 80,000 kilometre service.
Right.
But, I'd want the wiper blades to actually clean the whole car for that.
Oh, at least. Maybe even park for you.
Yeah. That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
When you were telling me this last week, you made me laugh because there was a time I needed to buy a new dryer. And I had a great dryer. In fact, I like to buy the old ones used, at like a thrift store, because if you can get an old one, they last. You get a lot out of them, and they dry better, right? So, but my last one of those had died, and I had to go to the appliance store because I haven't found anything used that was going to be suitable, because I'm not going to just buy anything. So I go in, and this guy takes me to this premium model.
Of course.
And this is like over 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago, and it was like $1,000. And I looked at him and I said, "Does it fold and put them away too?" And he was like, "Well, but it steams the wrinkles." And I'm like, "I hear you, but does it put them away? Does it pick up the clothes on the kids' floor?" So I don't have to. He's like, "Well, yeah, oh, yeah." So I'm like, I want the cheap one that works. Okay?
Yeah, I want it to dry my clothes. That's what I want it to do.
Yeah.
I absolutely detest it when salespeople will take you to the premium of something. I was going to invest in a carpet cleaner. Now, I've got the little green machine that's the spot cleaner, but I've had issues with Buff, and I just wanted to, and I thought I could hire one, or I could go and buy one. And I thought I'll buy one because it's worth it.
Yeah.
And I went in and they took me to the most expensive ones. And I'm like, I don't want to spend that. I'm going to use it once or twice a year.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's, I'm not setting up a business offering steam cleaning.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, I get they're on commission, but still.
And over here, they're not.
Oh, okay.
They're not. They get paid to be. They probably get benefits or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure they have.
But I actually
incentives.
left the store. I was in a cranky mood that day, and it doesn't happen very often. And I'm usually very, very nice to people. And I just went, do you know what? I'm going to go somewhere else. And then I left the store, got in my car, and realised there's nowhere else in my fucking town. So I'm stuck.
Fuck. Damn it. And they knew. They're like, she'll be back. There's nowhere else to go.
Tantrum of mine.
That's funny.
That taught me a lesson. So I still haven't
bought
one.
That's that Virgo rising, though, because my daughter just had that happen. She's in the Middle East. She wanted to get some hair extensions because she had to chop it all up. She had damaged her hair. And they quoted her one price, and when she walked in and they looked at her, they doubled the price. And she was with my cousin-in-law, and she just looked at her and she goes, "I'm leaving." And she, and it was because they lied. They quoted her one thing, and she goes, and it wasn't what I wanted. She goes, it wasn't the hair I wanted, so I'm out.
Yeah, I hate being ripped off by people by doing that. It just really annoys me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just won't put up with it. I occasionally get cranky. It doesn't happen very often, but I do get cranky.
I do.
I'm just going to have to get on Amazon and order one.
Yeah, that's where I got mine. I ordered a Bissell. It's not the little green machine. It's like above that, just because we do have so many critters here, and the Saint Bernard. So while I was gone, when I was traveling,
right,
somebody decided to let the Saint Bernard in my living space so he could watch TV with them.
Aww.
Only the Saint Bernard has not really lived inside. And decided to mark.
No.
Luckily, it was just the carpet and not my good chair.
Yeah, I'd have been a bit pissed off.
The size of the stain, even though it was vacuumed and cleaned, hasn't been clean, but the cleaning machine has gone over more than once. That's voluminous.
Has it fixed it?
Well, it doesn't smell, of course,
right?
But it you can see where the carpet has been mussed with. But I was like, somebody was mad about my dog. And I was like, my dog sometimes is old. And has accidents.
Have accidents.
It's occasional and it's not often. That's why I have a steam cleaner. But it's not every day. And I was like, and it wasn't like half the floor.
I've got a ruggable. You know the ruggable rugs that you can apparently put in the washing machine. But I'm pretty sure mine's too big for the washing machine. So, and I noticed a stain across it when he scooted. Remember when I told you that he scooted and I thought I'd got it all up with my little green machine?
Yeah.
No, apparently not, because I was looking at it and it must be the light coming in differently with the weather. And I looked at it and I just went, really?
Oh, God.
Scooting dog. He's just... I had to take him to the vets last week to get his nails clipped because I can't do them.
No, I can't do nails either.
And his what are they called? Dew claws. One of them had curled.
Oh, yeah.
And I went, need to get you. This is how often I go to that vet and how much money they've made from me. They said, oh, it's only a couple of dew claws. We won't charge you.
Well, that was nice.
That was nice of them. But yeah, they I think I paid for my vet's wedding.
Probably. Both's been in there a lot.
Yeah, he has, but not for months.
He's been quite good. We'll celebrate that. Yeah, he's been real good.
He's been really good. So, congratulations on the Julian Assange.
Thank you.
Is it Assange?
Assange.
So he's coming back this way.
He is, supposedly. They showed him like heading towards a plane. So, which makes me a little nervous because it's like tonight or tomorrow.
What did I say to you yesterday?
Yep. I wonder if that's it.
I wonder if that's it, because I was very bad yesterday with major anxiety. I do not get anxiety. I would just like to clear that up for our listeners. Yesterday, I had so much anxiety that I took to my bed. And it was just a case of, I do not want to deal with this feeling. So it feels like something big's coming. And I said, I think there's a plane disaster coming.
Well, and I have it in my predictions as well. And what's funny, I'm the opposite. Right before the world goes to shit, I get like calm and happy because I feel the shit
a week or so ago.
And then I'm all prepped to be like, it's okay, everybody. The world isn't blowing up today.
So I've been fine. Yeah. Like I haven't had any anxiety. But
your
yesterday
energy's cleared up
like,
too. Your face looks like you look clearer
from the pain I've had, and yeah, I feel much better than I did.
You look much better. Yeah.
Thank you. I feel human. It has been a bit. The energy last week was pretty shitty.
Yeah,
or just felt a bit difficult, and then yesterday, that was anxiety. That was a lot of anxiety. Like literally, I had to sit and eat Nutella on white bread because that's all I could. I wasn't hungry,
serious.
But I needed something. That's serious. That's my cookie or ice cream version.
Yeah.
Is Nutella on bread. So my neighbour did my shopping. You know, when my back was really bad, my neighbour did my shopping for me. God bless it. It was only a few bits and pieces, and I'd run out of like Vegemite, and because Vegemite's a thing,
it is a thing.
Vegemite and Nutella and something else, and just a few things because she was going to the shops anyway. And she came back with this massive jar of Nutella, and she said, "Well, this was on special." So I thought, I said, "You do know I've got no children living here now." It's just like it's huge.
It's emergency provisions.
It is for me emergency provisions. I don't I like cookies, but they're not my go-to.
They're not your go-to.
A cup of tea and some digestive biscuits. I tell you what I miss from England. I know digestives. Ginger nuts. I like ginger biscuits.
I love ginger biscuits.
Rich tea biscuits.
Oh, yes. Rich tea biscuits are lovely.
There used to be this shop, a UK store that you could order, and they've just stopped. They just went bust, I think.
Oh, no. Do you know what I didn't see anywhere? Oh, what? You told me it made you very ill. Thornton's
chocolate.
Thornton's.
They must have closed.
And I was like, where's my treacle frickin' toffee?
Yeah. Be grateful you don't have it.
Yeah.
Because A, dental.
Yeah.
B, I ate a bag of treacle toffee on my birthday. Somebody gave it to me. And I don't eat sweets or lollies and things like that, but it was given to me and I ate it. And that's when I found out I had gallstones.
Oh, no.
And I was underweight at the time because I'd lost, it was a month after my mum had died.
Right.
And I had literally got the same sort of attack. She had pancreatic cancer, so it was the same symptoms. And I went down, and I went down hard. But I had lost so much weight because I'd been looking after mum, and it was a lot of stress and all of that. I hit the ground, and my poor dad at the time, they must have been quite worried.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
But I don't eat toffee now.
I would imagine
that was enough.
I would imagine that would put us off.
So if any of our UK listeners know whether Thornton's is still a thing.
Because I really wanted my treacle toffee. That was because I was a broke university student. Like, I know a lot of university students are, but I was very broke. Everything went into school and subsistence, and so I didn't get a lot of treats. Just being there was the treat. Let's put it that way. Not being home was the treat. So when I did have a little extra, I would go get myself a little bit of toffee. That was one of those treats for me,
Yeah.
And so I was going to get some for my daughter.
And they didn't have any.
They didn't have any, but I got her other stuff, like, because just grocery store, going to the grocery store and getting the little treats there. And that was so fun.
Dairy milk.
Yes,
chocolate buttons.
Yes, I ate a lot of those.
Oh my God. I love chocolate buttons.
And it was
Dairy
Easter
milk
time.
It's very different.
It's
here.
very different. Oh, it's different. Don't eat it here.
Yeah. It's like they've put a melting agent or an anti-melting agent in it. And it's interesting that we're talking about food because what was our whole conversation in the last week?
Oh my God, how hungry it was a transit.
It was
it was a transit because we couldn't eat enough.
It was carb loading. We were carb loading.
Loading.
Oh my God.
Energy work too.
Conversation we had.
I woke up after falling asleep, dead tired. I woke up after 2.5 hours. I called you. Because it was like the middle of the night here, and I woke up hungry. And I had eaten a full dinner. You had been a witness.
Yeah, because you talked to me about what you were eating for dinner.
Yeah.
And you had to make cookies.
Yeah.
Which I need the recipe for.
Which ones?
The oatmeal.
Oh, the no-bake cookies.
Yeah. Can you send me the recipe for those, please?
I will send you my very level best recipe, which is get a double boiler, dump a bunch of chocolate chips in it until you think, yeah, that's enough. Scoop out peanut butter into it until you go, yeah, that's fair. And then you dump some oats in and goes, is that enough? Not enough. Dump a little more. Bob's your uncle. You've got cookies.
I find it, we were just hungry. Like I was talking to you. I had finished something. Was it the course that I did? I can't remember. I hadn't eaten because it was my morning, and I was putting fruit toast in my toaster, and I was literally shoveling it in.
And then you were hungry after that.
And then I made a pizza.
Yeah. And you know what it was? Because I went and I looked at the astrology because I went, this is so weird.
Because we were like, we hadn't been fed.
Yeah, it was like tapeworms, and
could do with some of them.
God, yeah. I don't want to be like RFK and get a brain worm, but
Oh! Did a brain eat his worm, or a worm eat his? Oh my God! You know what I mean? Has he got it? Oh, she's gone. She's gone. Is that what happened to him?
Yeah, he even admitted it.
I thought he was just dropped on his head.
No, he seriously admitted this running for president that he had, it was trichinosis effectively, but a worm got into his brain and ate part of it. Yeah, I
thought that was an STD.
Okay, we're going to have a birds and bees talk. Trichinosis is a tapeworm.
Okay.
From uncooked pork. No. Although, if you do get it as an STD, you're doing something with farm animals.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. This podcast is taking a turn for the worse today. We were talking about being hungry, and we're now talking about bestiality. Great. And that's tickled Laurie. I just thought RFK would be dropped on his head.
No.
What is it about your country? Is it a prerequisite to have a acquired brain injury or strokes to be a member of the presidential campaign? Do they sign a piece of paper?
At the moment?
Can they sign a piece of paper?
On their own volition? I wouldn't know. I don't know what to tell you. We're sorry.
What is like I know most countries have got that, political thing going on, but yours, seriously, like they could have coffins lined up ready for them.
I think they're hand puppets at this point.
Spitting image.
Spitting image, exactly. If younger listeners, now that we fully mortified you. Although anymore, it's not that much harder to be younger than me.
And the therapy bills that you need to send can all go straight to Laurie's house.
No, man. Just look up spitting image on YouTube. You will laugh your ass off. It is the funniest. It was the best TV show.
It was really good. Did they ever do Trump on it?
They might have in the 80s. I wonder. Let me look.
Yeah,
you keep everybody busy. I'm going to YouTube. I'm going to Google.
Spitting Image was basically a comedy show that involved puppets for adults, where they accentuated the features of people.
I think they're still going.
Yeah, I've got a feeling they might
because there's a Harry and Meghan one.
Oh, God, I can find it. Donald Trump's election masterstroke spitting image 2020.
Oh, my God. No way.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. It's
They've
terrible.
even got one of Donald Trump leaves the White House.
Oh, wow.
Trump's
the best
asshole
and worst.
tweets from bed.
Oh, this is the best show.
Oh, they actually even have one of him in an orange jumpsuit.
Nice.
Nice. Had I done it, I would be very, very good.
Right? Oh,
but
God.
did his brain get eaten by a worm? No, he had the STD.
Yeah, that would be, yeah. Or just lead paint or all the other fun things. We don't.
We've not got a diagnosis for him.
No.
But
no.
This is your political system.
I left at 18. I tried to stay somewhere else. It just didn't work out that way. I was sitting there as a teenager going, what is, and then people would be like, you're not patriotic. And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm looking at you people going, this is how, there's a whole system. We're just looking at the president. There's a whole system. I'd go to school board meetings. They're like, what are you doing here? I'm like, it's a public meeting. You're a kid. I'm still the public.
Yeah, I'm still the public. Whether I'm a child or not, I am the public.
I'll be voting in 3 years. Guarantee you. I registered on my birthday. That's how much of a political nerd I was.
Do you want to know a fun fact?
You could register at 18. Go ahead.
I have never voted.
Really?
In any country I have ever lived in. There is reasons for it.
Mm-hmm.
There was not an election that I could vote in before I left the United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And now I live in Australia, I am still not an Australian citizen. So therefore, I am not allowed to vote. I am becoming a citizen. There is reasons I haven't. I am doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But
you actually worked for the government, though.
Yeah, I did.
So you participated in the process.
Oh, yeah. I've yeah. And I've also worked for the British government during Purdah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So but I have never voted in anything, ever.
Yeah. Because it's different systems.
Yeah,
too.
Very different systems, and I'm not allowed to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're strict about that.
I couldn't vote in England when I lived in England, obviously, because I was an expatriate. And we can do an expatriate ballot. So we get a ballot abroad. And I did do that because my first presidential election happened when I was in university. So,
right. I have a friend that did that during the last election. And she was so angry because it was a postal vote. And she kept checking where it was, and it was still in the airport.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She was not happy. And I think that happened to a lot of people where their vote just got stuck in the airport.
Yeah. That sucks.
It does suck. It does suck, but
I will say voting is, if you have the privilege to, it's the least you can do. Again, showing up and participating in one way, shape, or form is very necessary.
Yes. And whoever you wish to vote for, we are not going to judge you about.
No.
We're just informing you about, there seems to be an awful lot of people on the ballot at the moment that are near the end of their lives.
And it's a national security risk? Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting couple of months.
I can say my parents are elderly. I will most likely, in fact, most certainly, am relocating to be closer because of the things I keep hearing of, oops, we did this today. And I'm like, oh, really? Did you? Oh, we're fine. I'm sure you are.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. But
Dad's not going to drive the car anymore, but he's got the golf cart. I'm like, that's great. So he's great driving that through town now, is he?
Can we get him a helmet? Can you get him a helmet, Laurie? For his golf cart?
He wears a cowboy hat.
Okay.
He does have Princess on board as a sticker. I sent it to him. It's pink.
Great.
They're in Wyoming.
Is the cowboy hat pink?
It has a pink ribbon on it. He does it to confuse people.
Yeah. It's fine.
I'd come by me, honestly.
Can we just say that age group... How old's your father?
My dad will be 70. Wait, Mom turned 77. Dad will be 79. It's his last year of the 70s.
Your parents are actually younger than my parents.
Mm-hmm.
They are younger than... How old's Trumpty Dumpty?
He's just a year younger than my mom.
Okay.
Or wait, is he born? No, he's born in 46. He's a year older than my mom.
Which is...
So my mom's... He's 78 now, as of June 14th.
And Biden?
Biden's in his 80s.
Right.
He's older than them
Should
all.
they be running the country?
No.
Right.
No.
That's my point.
I would look at somebody in my age and be like, okay, and not for 8 years.
This is the issue.
We're good at what we do, but I I'm building help around me because it's not the same as being 35.
I have help around me. I have to have somebody currently come in and change the sheets on my bed because I am physically unable to do it.
Yeah.
It'd be different when I have my surgery. But currently I have to have the help around me. I don't have the time or the energy, etc.
Yep.
I don't believe that somebody in their 80s should be running a country. And this is the reason why so many Gen Xers, you and I, get frustrated and have gotten frustrated over the years because we haven't had our turn.
No, and likely, unless we are independent, would be unable to have it.
Yeah.
So, and that's one of the reasons, like years ago, I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go do my own thing,
But boomers are just never going to, they'll work until they're dead.
Yeah. Which I will probably work until I'm dead. I understand that, but I'm not going to hold somebody else up,
Yeah, I just think it's Biden's time to step down. But
he should go be a grandpa. Yeah. We both made our predictions on that, and
I'm not convinced that either. What's his name? What's that guy's name that's on TikTok? The lawyer Hawk.
Yeah.
The fact that he refers to Trump as either Donnie Two Scoops
or
Fat Nixon is just that. It just makes me so happy.
Yeah, the Fat Nixon part is pretty funny.
I've got to get rid of these fucking stress balls.
Oh, yeah.
I've got 2 boxes of them.
I don't know how to help you with that. You need to ask people in your Patreon. Maybe there's somebody
It's
there.
It's the postage.
It's the shipping.
It's the shipping. I didn't realize that the shipping was going to cost so much. I thought it was a great opportunity to raise funds for a humanitarian cause because the money from the money from the balls will just go straight to Red Cross or something. Someone's trying to dig out of a cage in your place, are they?
Potentially.
Yeah. Yes, the money from the balls will just go to...
The money from the balls. Say it again.
The money from Trump's balls will go to... we'll add a link onto the show notes, okay?
There we go.
They'll be on my... They are Angry Mango stress balls.
Yeah, you can get your own Trump balls.
You can go and get some Trump balls from my page. And the money from the actual balls goes to the Red Cross or UNICEF. But the postage, there's nothing I can do about it. You're better off ordering like 10 of them because the postage is the same.
There you go.
There you go. But we'll add a link. But they are Angry Mango stress balls. They are Say No to the Angry Mango in 2024. But I love what Hawk calls him, which is Fat Nixon and Donnie Two Scoops.
Donnie Two Scoops, yeah.
That just makes my day. Every time I hear him say, good old Donnie Two Scoops.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who's got a debate coming up. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. I'm not convinced it's actually going to happen.
But if
it does happen, they both don't have good days, and they both might actually have health issues that day. I did a little Patreon only podcast on that.
I already said that I didn't think he was going to show up, and he'll blame health. But if he does show up, I will look forward to pressing the fast forward button on all of it to actually hear them speak at a pace that isn't taking forever.
I haven't listened, and I'll be honest, I haven't listened to a presidential debate in decades. And the reason why is back in the day, before the internet especially, but before cable TV, the likelihood of being able to hear a candidate speak directly in this very large country was remote. You didn't have a chance. You could read things in the paper a little bit, but it was hard to get that information. So they had debates so you could hear about their platform.
Right. Okay.
You can go Google their platform now. Go look at who donated money to them. So who cares what they say in a debate?
Yeah,
it's just words. And we all know. I mean,
I have no interest in it, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. And I haven't in years.
I don't dislike, I know you have a different opinion of Biden to me. And can I just say that Laurie and I disagree on things at times.
We do.
It's not like we are, holding hands and singing
bums.
And, we're not holding hands and singing Kumbaya every day.
No.
We do disagree on a number of issues. And we hold our own on that.
Yeah.
But I don't dislike Biden. But fuck, would he come with a fast forward button?
He can't. He's cognitively unable to right now. I'm surprised he's alive.
He's full of Botox.
Very much so. And I thought so since years, because if you go back and you look at the older pictures when he was vice president compared, he's obviously, and I think it's to reduce facial palsy from TIAs or strokes.
Yeah.
I would love to know what drugs they have him on for when he is able to rally his will to speak, because I'd love to get my dad on those.
I am. He reminds me of Prince Philip and how they used to just roll out Prince Philip for certain occasions and events, and he was well past his use by date. But yeah, I am going to be very interested in the next couple of months, because I am not convinced that Biden is the guy. I am not convinced that Trump is the guy, and I think there may be a very different election than people think it is going to be in November.
2024, in November.
If it happens in November.
Yeah, and it could be delayed. Yeah. Or suspended.
Which is a really conversation that we started. I started saying to you, how does this happen? Constitutionally, it can't.
At first I was, and then I looked at the weather and I was like, oh, shit.
I was going to say something really intelligent and I've forgotten it. It's gone out of my head. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple of months.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it made sense when I looked at the chart for the election day, and it was just fuzzy as hell. And it was just like, the only thing I can see is that the party that holds the executive retains the executive, but I can't see anything else. I mean, usually election day charts, like at the close of polls, there's a strong indication of what kind of candidate has won. Is it a populist? Is it
I don't think it's going to be close of polls until days later.
Potentially.
We may get a new date. I know that it's constitutionally unheard of.
But as an astrologer, without that data, I can only go off of what would be established. So, and this is something listeners need to understand. Our modalities work differently. So Matilda is dealing with energy. As an astrologer, especially dealing with politics, there's a framework and a structure, and I'm working within that structure. So until I have information that says, that is going to be suspended or delayed, because it might start and stop, then I run it for a different close of pull. Like they've changed it, they've agreed upon it, and that could be. And we're going to talk about that in our What in the World for the rest of the year,
which is on August the 8th. No, 3rd. August the 3rd.
August the 8th is my dad's birthday.
Happy birthday, Laurie's dad.
He was born in between Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Wait, he's going to be 80. Fuck.
So he's going to be, okay, so he's going to be 80.
No, he's 79. He'll be 80 next year. That was 1945. Sorry. Yep, 79. I was like, crap, is it a bigger birthday than I thought?
And the astrologer has forgotten.
Oh, my brain is tired.
Yeah, well, you did say we've pulled this forward. We weren't going to do it until later, and we've pulled it forward because we've both had full days already. I'm only on, what time is it? It is 1:53, and I've recorded my own podcast and had a meeting. I was going to go live, but I might have to do it now.
There you go.
But I'm hungry now. See, we've talked about food. We have talked about food, and now I need food.
We talked to food about, and you were a Taurus.
Yeah. And I probably do need to go grocery shopping because
I did a grocery order.
I find it really difficult to do a grocery order because I don't eat meat. I buy from the fish counter, and I'm fussy. And veggies come to me and their use by date is about to go, and it's not always a very good idea to do an order. I do it if I'm desperate or it's only a few things.
It was only a few things, and some of it was junk.
Did you buy junk food?
I bought junk food.
What did you buy? Tell me.
Taquitos.
What are they?
They're like rolled up tacos that you bake, and they're really nummy.
They're so
fattening.
Nice.
They're really good and fattening, and they're not like I could probably do with not eating them, but they're and I also got, and for all of you out there, don't judge. I normally make it homemade, but sometimes when I'm stressed out or tired, I make Kraft macaroni and cheese, and I know it's shit. Okay.
My son eats that. Kraft macaroni and cheese.
It's terrible. But there's something, my grandmother hated cooking. She was a professional woman.
So she used the Kraft.
And yeah. And so my great grandmother, like I tend to cook more like my great grandmother, who really loved to cook, and cast iron frying pan, big, beautiful casserole dishes. And her macaroni and cheese was 5-star worthy. But my other grandma, who was kind of a shitty mom, but a really great professional woman, trailblazer. After school, if I'd go over and be like, hey, I'm hungry and I don't want to cook, what have you got? She'd be like, well, your cousins left Kraft macaroni and cheese last time they came to visit. Be like, Mom doesn't let me eat that. Let's do it. Because I had a granola mom.
Okay. My son loves Kraft macaroni and cheese, but you know the single served ones that you get. I don't know if you have them over there. And he'd eat 3 or 4 of them, you know, because he's a growing lad. Or if he grows any more, I think we could be in trouble. But he likes them. But an American friend of mine taught me how to make macaroni and cheese with 3 or 4 different cheeses.
Oh, yeah.
And
I do make that. Yeah.
Strangely enough, I got a portion out of the freezer today.
Oh, really?
So I'm actually going to eat that before I go grocery shopping.
Beautiful. I love that. Now, see, I got very good cheddar cheese. I got an aged cheddar, but I didn't. But I still got the Kraft macaroni and I probably won't even eat it right now. But it's just summer. Food. It is comfort food. It's like just crap for when it's kind of like when I had to bake cookies when I was doing the presentation. And I didn't tell Matilda anything that was going on other than if it gets much worse, it's going to be chocolate fudge brownies.
I got the call to say it's really bad and I need cookies. And I'm like, fuck, I'm really putting off going into this energy, to be fair. I sort of have an idea, but
There's some really beautiful stuff though too.
And there is every year. It doesn't mean to say that the whole world is going to hell in a handbasket. It just means that some of the world is going to hell in a handbasket. But don't worry, you could have a really nice year.
The world around you could go to hell in a handbasket and you could be fine.
Put it this way, I'm pretty sure I'm okay. Mm-hmm. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm in Australia. We're usually pretty safe. I have a couple of spare rooms. You're all fine. You can come and stay with me. But my comfort food, yum, 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 yum. White bread, I like uncut bread. I like to cut bread myself. And eggs. Whichever way those eggs come. I like fried eggs, don't get me wrong. But just even if it's poached eggs or boiled eggs, that is my, like fried egg sandwiches. You had them the other day.
I did. It was a comfort food.
Yeah, it's a comfort food.
I was still working on the presentation. That also was probably why I was eating a lot.
Yeah.
Comfort.
But that is my 100% comfort food. And I love it. And jacket potatoes. Oh.
Jacket potatoes are
I love jacket potatoes with coleslaw. Yum. Now I'm hungry. Okay. I need to go and eat my really macaroni hungry. Cheese.
All right. Well, then we're done because Matilda's hungry and she's a Taurus and she gets cranky.
Don't ask me any questions when I'm tired or cranky. It is
hungry.
Snacks and naps.
Snacks and naps.
I need a t-shirt with that on.
That would be a good merch. And then, but yeah, I will get very, like, my boyfriend be like, are you hungry? I'm like, I will chew your leg off if I don't get food right now. Hungry. Yeah. He's like, okay.
I forget to eat. That's the problem.
I do too.
And we are at, what are we at? 2:00 here. So 2:00 in the afternoon and I have not had breakfast.
Did you have lunch?
No.
Oh, you didn't have breakfast?
I didn't even have breakfast. I haven't had time.
Well,
I got up at 7:00 this morning, which is late for me. Maybe it was a bit earlier. And I went straight into work. I went to recording. I had to answer a load of emails. I had a really important business meeting and I was going to go live. I was trying to time it all because I said to you this morning, what are we doing? What are we doing? I need, the tourist needs time.
I thought I was going to make it.
And Laurie is very, very tired and she's already at the end of a very busy day. So
yeah,
it looks like she's going to nod off at any point.
I had a very long private reading today. So it went about
with a very special 3 hours. Customer.
It was very special. And so it was about 3 hours. So
wow. That's amazing. So no wonder you're tired.
Yeah. No.
So
it was great though. It was a great reading, but she's tired. You're hungry. All right. We have utterly destroyed you this week.
Yes, we have utterly destroyed you. We will put lots of links in the show notes for you. Check out Spitting Image because if nothing else, it will give you a really good laugh and cheer you up after this podcast. What more can I say?
Absolutely. Now that we've horrified you and astounded you.
And don't forget, we've got our event. I think it's going to go live by the time this goes out. Isn't it, Laurie? We're going to talk about that tomorrow.
Should do.
We're going to get it out because people are asking and they want to book. It'll go to Patreons.
Yeah. It's going to go to patrons. Yep.
Okay. That's about it.
Alrighty.
Ta-ra. And lovely to see you all.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.